The third day in Asia here, or the Orient. We started out tasting chips from the Philippines, and then Thailand and Laos, and now we're headed to Taiwan by way of Japan. Kyushu seaweed flavor Lay's potato chips. Now, this is an export package that came directly from Taiwan, as you can see by the label right here, which is required for export. I am always looking for sodium in the ingredients, and oh my goodness, these are really high in sodium. 200 milligrams or 9% of your RDA if you eat this whole bag, because the serving size is the whole bag, 34 grams. And seaweed would be salty, chips would be salty. So I'm expecting these to be salty now. What I find interesting about this, it's a beautiful package. And if you take a look at the location mentioned, Kyushu, okay, these are from Thailand, or I'm sorry, they are from Taiwan. I knew I was going to do that. They're from Taiwan, but they are actually specific to a region of Japan, and that would be Kyushu. And if you take a look at this map here, you have Hokkaido way up north. That is a part of Japan, snow country. It snows up there, and for famous foods, I would have to mention cheese and sea scallops. And then, of course, you have Honshu, the main island. All the way up at the top there on the western coast is Akita, which is also snow country. And, of course, you have Aomori. Right there at the very top of Honshu. Now, Honshu and Hokkaido are now connected by the Shinkansen bullet train, which goes in a tunnel under the ocean. Now, Honshu is where you'll have Tokyo down south. And if you look all the way down to the lower southwest, that is Kyushu, Japan. Now, as far as seaweed as a snack, if you don't know, yes, seaweed is very commonly consumed in Asian countries, very popular in Japan, presumably so in Taiwan. I'm not that familiar with Taiwanese food because I don't know anyone who lives there. Our family has used the airport before in Taiwan when commuting between Japan and the United States. And apparently the airport there has, well, not apparently, the airport there has absolutely excellent food. The airport in Taiwan, the main airport, is actually a foodie destination. Now, with seaweed, I have seen Kyushu seaweed specifically in Japan quite a bit, but I don't know that I would be able to taste a regional difference of it. Now, when it comes to consumption of seaweed, the largest country, the largest producer of seaweed for snacking and culinary use is China. So let's get these open and see what they taste like. Okay, I'm getting seaweed on the nose. Oddly, I'm getting salt, but it could be after reading the ingredients and the 200 milligrams of sodium in these. It's the aroma of the ocean. It's the aroma of seaweed. So that's why I'm detecting salt. So here's what's in the bag. It's either my imagination or I'm also seeing a lot of salt on the inside of the bag. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be a salty treat right here. Okay, so here's what one looks like. Right there. A Taiwanese, Japanese Kyushu seaweed flavored Lay's potato chip. And let's see what they taste like. Nothing on the nose, except a little hint of seaweed. Nothing powerful. Here we go. Okay, I get it. There's nothing complex going on here, like the previous video with the Ming Kam Crab Ross with like 8 flavors or something in one chip. Those were so good. These right here are very straightforward. It is what they say, seaweed on a potato chip. I'm getting, just from that taste, I'm getting pretty much an equal balance of seaweed and potatoes. Nice crunch, as one would expect from Lay's chips. And it looks like these made it all the way from Taiwan to California with none of them broken. Well done. Okay, this one here looks like it has quite a bit of seasoning on it. I'm getting salty fingers here, sort of like the Cheetos orange fingertips. Getting salty, and you know, they're salty, but not overly so. It's not overly powering. And you know, honestly, I would wish for just a little bit more seaweed flavor. Well, I guess what I need to do now that I'm craving seaweed is just eat a seaweed snack and forego the potatoes. Just eat pure seaweed. You know, this is mild enough to where I think, let's say an American, for example, that's never tried eating seaweed. I like it. I think it's a wonderful snack. This may be a good introduction to what seaweed tastes like in a unusual Lay's flavor. And if you like it, move on and look for snack packages of just sheets of seaweed like that. Now, as far as these, I must like these because I can't stop eating them. They have a very appealing oiliness to them for some reason. These seem more oily than a typical Lay's. Now, as far as this being regionally specific to Kyushu, Japan, no, I don't know. You know, I'm sure somebody out there with a palate which is refined in regional flavors of seaweed may be able to tell the difference. But I don't have that much experience. None at all, in fact, as far as regional flavors of seaweed. And like I said, the largest producer of seaweed for food in the world is China. I may want to look into that a little bit more to see if there are variations, sort of like how people who enjoy wine will enjoy the tastes of the terroir. Perhaps Kyushu seaweed may have a unique flavor that someone more familiar with it could discern. Now, here's one that's pretty much all a large bubble. Check that out. The entire chip is a bubble. Should I save this? No, my wife would kill me if I did that. It's like, what is this, honey? Oh, that's my weird potato chip that I'm saving for no reason. So anyway, that's what they are. Kyushu seaweed flavor. Do they taste like seaweed? Heck yeah. As far as rating these, I'm going to just go ahead and give them a 10. And the reason being is that, like I said, I don't have a palate which is trained in regional seaweed flavors. And I like these. I'm very happy with them. So I'm giving them a 10 in fairness because I absolutely would and will buy these again. I think they're wonderful. And they've made me really curious as to why something would be so special that Lay's in Taiwan would focus particularly on Kyushu in southwest Japan, which is about 800 miles from Taiwan. So that's it for today. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe. I enjoy doing them, and there are definitely more of them to come. So until next time, enjoy your snack food tastings, and peace out from San Francisco.